What's good, YouTube? So this morning I want to talk about people making videos entitling the video "The Worst Neighborhoods," or they'll say the ghettoest neighborhoods. Stop tagging y'all videos like that. One, because you don't live there. Two, you don't know what goes on there. All right, but let's set the record straight. Um, You tag a video, ghetto neighborhoods. What is ghetto? Ask yourself, what is a ghetto? Basically, a ghetto is just every neighborhood. You say the hood. The hood is every neighborhood. Neighborhood. Okay? So all you did was take out neighbor and left the hood, but a neighborhood is a hood. A ghetto is everybody's town, everybody's neighborhood. And a ghetto doesn't mean a specific nationality, not at all. So I have to jump in this subject, and I'm gonna jump in it hard because it seems that people keep posting these videos of the so-called worst neighborhoods. If it was so-called the worst neighborhood, for you to get that video, you had to ride through that neighborhood. If it's the worst, the most violent neighborhood, why did you ride through that neighborhood? Don't ride through that neighborhood and say it's the most violent. Nothing happened to you while you was recording that video, did it? You got to understand something. When bad things happen, people know who they messing with. So those people get touched. They get hurt. Things happen. I think you get the picture. And I'm not speaking to a specific group of people or person. I'm just saying, stop posting these videos about this is a worst neighborhood and that's the worst neighborhood. That's a bad neighborhood. It's not the neighborhood that is bad. That's what I was getting at. It's not the neighborhood that's bad. It is the people in the neighborhood that's bad. So is that what you're saying? The people in that neighborhood is bad, they're horrible, they're violent? Go ahead and say it, because that's what you want to say. Because the neighborhood ain't never did nothing to nobody. I go down there at that street corner, that sign say Mozart. Mozart ain't never bothered nobody. Acapello, that's the name of the other street. That street ain't never did nobody. Oh, I'm sorry, the name of this town is called Crumville. The Crumbs ain't never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Hillbillyville, they ain't never did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? The bricks, the buildings is what I'm getting. The city ain't never did nothing to me. It's the individuals in the city. So next time you make a video, make sure you get into detail. You actually say it's the people, because it is never the city. You could take all the people out of the city and evacuate them for an emergency or whatever and see if anything goes on. It's an empty community. See if it's the worst neighborhood. It's not the worst neighborhood. It is the individuals in the neighborhood. That's all you have. Don't be afraid to say it. Call it how it is. You go through a neighborhood, there's garbage all over the ground. They like living in garbage. So there's garbage all over the ground. You in a city where people litter, they like litter. It is the individuals. It is not the neighborhood. Okay? It is the individuals. People make up a neighborhood. I can hear y'all now. Listen to me. The buildings and the signs and the sidewalks and the structures, they didn't do nothing. It is not the city. It is the people in the city. So all they have to do is get rid of the garbage. That's what you want to say. Get rid of the garbage, and these neighborhoods would not be on your worst neighborhood list. Because I could tell you right now, I could go to some of them neighborhoods that you probably think are good neighborhoods and find some trash there too. See, let me tell you something about certain neighborhoods. They don't put certain things in a newspaper so they could keep their neighborhood with 5 stars. Remember I said that. They don't put all violent crimes and all things that go on in the community that are negative in a newspaper, because they don't want people to believe that these types of things go on. And yes, they do. They just don't report them. They have neighborhoods where the police ride around and harass people, pull people over, jump out and search young teenagers' pockets for what? They didn't commit a crime. You didn't get called in a crime. Why you messing with that young boy, that young girl? No matter what nationality they are, why you jumping out messing with them? That is my job. No, your job is to respond to a call or a disturbance. There's no disturbance. Why are you messing with them? You understand? So then they go and put these things in the newspaper, and therefore you have people with these ratings of communities. Oh, this is the worst neighborhood. This goes on here. This goes there. Man, that goes on in everybody's neighborhood. It's a junkie. It's a wino. It's an alcoholic in every neighborhood. Rapist, murderer, whatever you want to call them, they in every neighborhood. They just don't advertise them. They just do not advertise them. But everybody loves a little quiet neighborhood. Nothing wrong with wanting to be in a quiet neighborhood where you think nothing goes on. It's peaceful. But once again, stuff goes on in every neighborhood. They just don't advertise it in the paper. And the media works with those people that say, hey, no, not this neighborhood, not this neighborhood. Politicians, and the list go on, y'all. It's big business. Okay, that's how they keep certain neighborhoods the way they want them. But once again, there is garbage that does live in all of these neighborhoods. Okay, get rid of the garbage, and then you will have a nice neighborhood. But that'll never happen because there's evil and negativity and just reckless people all over the world. You can't do nothing about it. So with that being said, keep making your videos, but just word it the right way. Say people are evil. People make these communities bad. The community is not the worst community. It's the people that are bad. Give this video a thumbs up.